where the kid, basically, it was an 11-year-old kid that got killed. And, we was analyzing that whole situation. Well, the man that killed the 11-year-old was arrested, and he was given a $1 million bond. All right. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
A man charged with murder in the shooting death of an 11-year-old boy playing ding dong ditch. Julian Guzman was running away from a home after ringing the doorbell when police say Gonzalo Leon Jr. fired several shots. Guzman collapsed a few blocks away from the home, and medics rushed that boy to the hospital where he died the next day.
Tragically, they picked a house to do it potentially 3 different times in the span of about 15 or 20 minutes. And the third time, the homeowner was laying in wait for him to come back.
Wow. During the search of the suspect's home, police say they found multiple assault rifles near the front door among the 20 different firearms throughout the house.
A dream wedding turns into a nightmare when a wedding crasher steals thousands of dollars.
Let me move over to this other report. I think this will be a more comprehensive look at the whole situation.
It could be a packed courtroom tomorrow with the man accused of murdering an 11-year-old boy expected to stand before a judge. Court records show Gonzalo Leon clamped up when he was confronted by police. So tomorrow could be the first glimpse at any possible defense. Police accuse Leon of shooting the boy in the back after he rang his doorbell, then ran away while playing pranks with his cousin Saturday night. ABC 13's Jessica Willey joins us live with more of what the cousin says happened. Jessica.
Yeah, that suspect is here at the Harris County Jail. His bond has not yet been set. A hearing officer referred that to the district court judge he is expected to see in the morning. The victim's cousin, also a juvenile, told police it started as lighthearted fun, something many kids do on weekend nights. But then the boy was shot and that cousin went into rescue mode. A memorial of candles and a cross near the spot where 11-year-old Julian Guzman was shot Saturday night. And a note from his mother that reads, quote, "I love you, Julian. You will always be in my heart."
As far as us as residents in this area, it's heartbreaking. It really is.
According to court records, Julian and his cousin, bored while attending a family birthday party, headed out Saturday night to, quote, ring doorbells or play ding dong ditch. They knocked on the door at one home on Mimbro several times and then ran away as a prank. The last time, Julian's cousin says he saw a man in black exit the gate. He told police he shot once into the ground and then toward Julian, who cried out in pain. The cousin said he then, quote, army dragged Julian because he thought he was paralyzed. Court records say it took 20 minutes on a loudspeaker to get the accused shooter to come out that night. Yesterday, Gonzalo Leon Jr. was charged with murder. Court records say police recovered 20 guns, including AR-style rifles, shotguns, and pistols. ABC 13 has learned Julian was a student at Galena Park Middle School and played soccer for a local club. Today, police were back out searching with metal detectors for more evidence at the scene. District Attorney Sean Tier says they believe this was intentional.
The Castle Doctrine does not apply to this case in any way, shape, or form. We have an 11-year-old little boy who was running away and shot in the back. This was an intentional and knowing murder. There is no set of facts that makes this crime anything other than a murder.
And the district attorney says that his team will be asking the judge for a high bond, a bond of $1 million, he says. This suspect has made no statements to police just yet. And right now he has no attorney of record listed online. So as you said, Eric, we are expecting a packed courtroom for that hearing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he going to jail for the rest of his life, and it ain't even no question in that regard to it. He's going to jail for the rest of his life. That's it. That's it. You can't, what they are alleging, all right? What they are alleging is that he chased the boy down. And if you chase the boy down, then that means that it's it, bro. You can't chase him down. That's just the facts. Like if you chased him down, then that means that you were intentionally looking to kill him, which would make it absolutely evil, in my opinion. Because if you chased him down and the boy is screaming in pain, then that means you intentionally evil, bro. You intentionally evil. Is nothing that you can say about this that would actually justify killing the boy at all. It's nothing that you can say.
Watching the News Edge Early Edition.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. In the rundown here today, a story that continues to make national news. A $1 million bond has now been set for the man accused of gunning down an 11-year-old boy. Investigators say the child was shot in the back while playing a prank with his cousin. Fox 26's Jillian Hartman has the latest on this tragic case.
Balloons and flowers surround this growing memorial for 11-year-old Julian Guzman, a young boy whose life was cut short. He was shot in the back while playing Ding Dong Ditch. Today, a judge set bond at $1 million for Julian's accused killer, sending a strong message to the community. As this memorial for Julian Guzman grows, so does a demand for justice. The man accused of killing the 11-year-old is Gonzalo Leon Jr. He was back in court Wednesday. The judge set a $1 million bond. His defense attorney asked the judge to set it at $100,000, but the judge sided with the state's request for a higher bond.
You are here charged with murder. It's a first-degree felony. When you have a case as tragic as this one, and quite frankly, as brutal, when you have an 11-year-old shot in the back and murdered, I think it's an appropriate bond. It's an appropriate bond to protect the community from someone who obviously has very little regard for life of any kind. And that was the reason that we asked for such a high bond.
Authorities say Leon was waiting by his home along Minbro Street in East Houston late Saturday night when Julian and his cousin knocked on his door for the last.
Because think about it, bro. Like, I know somebody is saying it's no protection for the homeowners. Bro, you can't chase somebody down and kill them in the street. That's number one. Number two, think about it. If somebody rings the doorbell, right? If somebody rings your doorbell, unless you in some kind of mess, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, you in a dope game, or you in a drug game, or you in some illegal stuff, then you probably got your hand on your pistol at all times. Whereas if somebody rings your doorbell, unless you shooting through the door, because the door wasn't shot through. So unless somebody's trying to kick in your door and they trying to come in and they knock it over, even if you're just a regular citizen, usually you gotta get, if your gun is right next to you, then you gotta get to it or whatever. If somebody rings your doorbell or knock on your door and run, right? Because they said that the kids had did it before, as far as knocked on the door or rang the doorbell and ran before. And so he was anticipating it happening again. He probably seen them down the street doing it and was anticipating them getting up there and then doing it, right? So unless you're sitting in the living room facing your front door and there was no bullets, through the front door, no shooting through the door. The kid was dead outside away from the house, meaning that he probably chased the kid down, bro. All right. This isn't rocket science, bro. This ain't rocket science. You can't chase a kid down and kill him. It just is what it is. Now that the details is coming out, you can't open up the door, run down some people, and then shoot one. That can't happen. And you see it as a bunch of kids. You can't do that, bro. Every single gun owner knows this. Everybody that has ever taken a CPL class, a gun owner or whatever, you know that it got to be different. It got to be different. You can't run outside with your pistol and go and chase somebody down and kill them. It's very clear cut. Now, how many guns he had in his house, that it has nothing to do with the case itself, because if they were legally owned, they were legally owned. But you cannot go and chase somebody down that did a ding dong ditch. Now, again, they didn't kick the door open. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't nothing like that. He don't even know if he was the one. Here's the key. Here's the key. He don't even know if that kid was the one that kicked that, not even kicked, but that did the doorbell prank on him. He don't even know if that was a kid, because it was apparently a group of them all playing ding dong ditch. He don't even know if that was a kid that did it. He ran outside. Obviously, he had good aim, because it wasn't like they said that he shot off a whole bunch of times. All of this stinks, bro. This whole situation just stinks. It smells. Because they say that he's a former military person or he served. So for the people saying, well, just deport him, you can't deport a legal citizen of the United States of America if he served this country, right? The other side of it is, you know, obviously he had good aim because he hit him in the back running. You know how hard it is to hit somebody in the back while they're running at night? And he ain't just shooting all over the place. He actually hit him, like, bam. Nah, bro. Nah. Ain't no way in the world you're going to sell me on the idea that this was logical. And now that more of the facts are coming out and more of the details is coming out, and I would love to see what's going on, you know, inside of the courtroom or whatever. Nah. It sounds like he going to jail for the rest of his life, because it ain't no way in the world that you can justify this in my mind.
Last time, the kids had knocked on the door and ran away multiple times, and in their final attempts, investigators allege Leon came out from behind a gate by his house, opened fire, striking Julian in the back as he ran. Julian and his cousin got about a block away before Julian collapsed, and Julian died the following day at the hospital. Prosecutors also did ask for a high bond because Leon was arrested 20 miles away from his home with a large amount of clothes, saying it might be a sign he was trying to flee. But the defense claimed
that's why he got the large bond, because he was arrested 20 miles away from his crib with a bunch of clothes on. Yeah, he was trying to flee. He knew he was wrong. You knew it was. Usually, when you don't feel like you did anything wrong, you'll call the police. You'll wait for the police. Hey, listen, I had some home intruders come in, and it's a tragic situation. Go ahead and send an ambulance. And it looked like y'all gonna need a couple of different ambulances. You don't run away from somebody that's shot, bro. You don't run away from a situation. It's like fleeing the scene of an accident. You don't run from an accident when you got insurance, or, you know, you don't feel like you was wrong for the accident. And so you was found 20 miles away, 20 miles. So you immediately. Oh, here we go. Another idiot that don't have no profile picture. You're covering this. We usually ignore them, but I just want to bring it up just to show y'all. You're covering this. Why didn't you cover the white guy that did the church shooting in Minneapolis last week? I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm going to let the chat address it. Not even going to say nothing. I'm not a mouse. I'm not even going to say nothing. But anyways, let's continue on with the show. Yeah, he's going to jail. And it sounds like one of the reasons why he got such a high bond is because he tried to flee and he tried to run. He didn't call the police. He didn't try to get help for the little kid or nothing once he found out that it was a little kid. He ran. He was 20 miles away. He had a bunch of clothes, and it sounds like he was trying to flee. All right. So we can go ahead and just lock him up. He's not getting out of jail no time soon. It's over for him. And this is why y'all got to be very, very careful. You got to be very, very careful. Make sure that you tell your kids to stay out of the streets. Nowadays, everything is more dangerous. It's more dangerous than it was back in the day, because we didn't even, like, I don't remember everybody being strapped. I don't remember everybody being strapped. I only remember, like, you know, responsible gun owners. They was responsible gun owners, but I didn't remember everybody carrying a gun and everybody got switches and stuff like that. This is all new.